what I noticed in my life is that there's always this polarity that we live into. Sometimes we need to push our energy out into the world, and sometimes it's the opposite. Sometimes we just got to take more time to ourselves and allow the flow of life to take place. No more hustling, no more taking actions, no more pushing. It's just about falling back into ourselves and trusting and embracing that cycle. But sometimes maybe you have to work a little bit harder. And of course, when I say work a little bit harder, when I talk about taking actions, I always make sure that it's aligned with the present moment where the action is easy. But still, sometimes this, just depending on the cycle that you're in, sometimes there's a little bit more of like a push involved when it comes to you living your life and living and just being a human being. Other times it's the opposite. No more actions. Like you just got to pull your energy back into yourself and just trust and do. Like for me personally, it's like more things like meditation and going for walks and not doing so much work. And I noticed that if I actually align my life with these energies, and I can actually align my life with the natural duality and the natural polarity of life that we live in, what happens is that you get much more out of life, you enjoy the process more, and you're in a state of balance where it's going to be much easier to manifest the things that you truly desire. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you how to embrace the flow of life, where sometimes you have to push a little bit more and know when it's time to do that, know when it's time to take more actions, and also know when it's time to not take any actions at all and pull your energy back, and also maybe when it's time to align both of those energies perfectly together at the same time. So that's what we're going to be talking about in this video, is how to embrace the flow of life. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. So the first thing I want to share with you in regards to how to embrace the flow of your life is understand that sometimes life will slow down. It's not always about hustling and creating and manifesting. Sometimes life will ask of you to just slow down. I know that for me personally right now, I'm still recording daily videos, and I think I still will for a very long time. There's some days, of course, where like I miss a day here and there, which is something that I've been doing more recently to kind of take the edge off a little bit and just tap into myself a little bit more. But like 99.9% of the time, I'm pretty much on point with my daily videos. The only reason that I haven't really been doing it, like I miss like a day or two here and there, is because of what I'm about to share with you right now, which is like I need to actually slow down sometimes. You know, it's like taking actions are great, taking actions are amazing, and of course when I take actions I make sure it's aligned with the present moment. But it's like, understand that sometimes life will ask of you to slow down a little bit, like not take so many actions, right? It's like you don't always need to hustle, right? And I always talk about this in my videos, is just making sure that you're aligned with the present moment. But even in that sense, even if you're taking actions that are aligned with the present moment, maybe even that is too much. Maybe perfect alignment with the present moment is no action taking whatsoever, and just full on meditations and just full on trusting that you don't need to be taking any actions at all. And so the important thing to consider is that sometimes life is just going to slow down a little bit, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Like even me personally, it's like a part of me like judges myself. It's like, oh, like I missed the video, or it's like I missed the daily upload. It's like, no, that's completely, like I even have that part of myself that wants to like judge myself and be like, oh, like I missed, like I've been posting videos, you know, for 8 months in a row, and then like I missed a day. And it's like, dude, who even cares? It's like the most important thing to me is actually to feel peaceful. Like that's my value system, you know, like my value system is to feel peace and to enjoy the process. And if that means what happened to me like the other day, which is like I missed a daily upload, it's like I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And if it ever becomes to the point where it's like, I'm not going to be posting every single day, then I'll let you guys know. But it's like, the important thing to consider is that sometimes life is going to slow down, and that's okay. You don't need to have this expectation where you need to be hustling every single day and taking actions all the time and like working. Like, do you feel the energy with that? Like there's an energy where it's like, if you're hustling too hard, there's an imbalance there. There's an imbalance there. And so if life is asking you to slow down and not take so many actions, well, then just trust that. At least that's what I do in my life. So you do what feels right to you. But for me personally, I mean, in the past, I wouldn't do this. I would just keep, and I'm still posting daily videos, like for the most part. So maybe I'm contradicting myself a little bit because the universe is asking me to slow down, but I'm still posting daily videos. So it's like, I mean, I missed the day, but it's like still, I'm like, in the past, I would have just completely pushed and I would have not trusted the fact that I need to slow down right now. But now it's like, I'm noticing that life is like, if it's asking you to slow down, well, then just let it slow down. Let it slow down. And the second thing I want to share with you is, if life asks of you to slow down, understand that what's happening, at least the way that I see it, is life is actually preparing you for the next cycle in your life. Because when you slow down, when you stop taking actions, what you're doing, for me personally at least, is I'm building up energy within my system to then, it's going to be like the catalyst for the next cycle in my life. Because I can't push my energy out into the world unless I've actually built up the energy within myself first to then push it back out. So the most important thing to do is actually to remember and remind yourself that if your life is slowing down and you're in that phase in your life, what you're doing is you're actually preparing yourself to become an open container for the new cycle in your life, to receive more things, to then push and create more afterwards. Trust that flow of life, because life is just going to flow. It's going to push. Sometimes there's going to be masculine energy. Sometimes there's going to be more feminine energy. That's the nature. It's like life is always breathing. Life is like, it's like a breath. That's right. You're breathing. Sometimes you breathe in. Sometimes you breathe out. I mean, you always do breathe and breathe out, hopefully, otherwise that'd be an issue. But because you know what I mean, like that'd be a health issue. But you got to realize life is breathing. Life is always breathing. There's always this breath of life that we're in, and what you can do is you can actually just embrace that breath. Imagine if you breathe in and you're like, no, I don't want to breathe out. I just want to hold this in. It's like, that doesn't make sense. Don't even control your breath. Just let your breath flow where it needs to flow. Let your breath go in when it needs to and let it go out. Imagine if you were just to hold your breath and be like, I don't want to breathe out right now. Like, that's what I used to do with my business and my YouTube channel. It's like, just trust the process. Just trust the process. Trust that sometimes life is going to slow down. And remember that you're actually building up energy for the next cycle in your life. Now understand that the third thing I want to share with you in regards to how to embrace the flow of life is understand that it's always a masculine-feminine polarity. And by masculine-feminine, all I mean is pull, push. That's all it is. You're breathing in, you're breathing out. You're exploring and creating as this separate individual, and then you return back to your divine self as a surrendered being. And so this is the play of life. This is the play of consciousness. You go out and play, you go back into yourself. It's like I go in, and this is what I do daily. I meditate, I ground myself, push back out, record videos. I meditate, go back into myself, get some insights, connect to my divine self, connect to the stillness, go back out and record videos. Go back and meditate, go for walks, rest a little bit, and then I go back out and I record videos. And it's like, this is the process of life. You see what I'm saying? It's that natural polarity, and maybe you've been neglecting this a little bit. I know that I have in my life sometimes. So if you have been neglecting this a little bit, that's okay. Just be more conscious of the fact that you can actually be more aligned now. Like, you don't have to be falling too much into the pull or too much into the push. There's this breath. Embrace the breath. And believe me, when you're stepping out of one cycle where maybe you've been pushing, your ego is gonna want to stay in that cycle. Like, that's what my ego did. It's like, no, I want to keep creating, I want to keep hustling, By the way, when I say hustling, of course, I always mean being aligned and enjoying the process as much as possible. But it's like if I'm in that process of manifestation and creation, and the next cycle of my life is asking me to slow down, it's almost like my ego is like, no, you need to keep creating, you need to keep hustling, you need to keep working hard. And then it's like my ego wants to stay there. But it's like, why stay there when you can just let yourself fall into the pull? Ever since I've let myself fall into myself when my soul, so to speak, needs it, and by soul I just mean like my mind and my body and my spirit is like calling me to just like meditate more, and then I sometimes resist. Like I still meditate daily every single day no matter what for the last 4 to 5 years, but sometimes I need more than once a day. Like sometimes I need to meditate like 2, 3, 4 times a day even to ground myself in this reality, so I don't lose myself in my manifestations, then start becoming needy and then dependent and like all these different things. It's like there's this polarity of life, and if we can learn to trust that polarity and trust the natural flow of your life, not attached to the flow, if things fall out of your life, let them fall away. Like, it's like if your business slows down, just stop trying to control everything with your ego. I'm getting better at this over time, but it's like if things are falling away and life is asking of you to slow down, then let it slow down. Just let it slow down. No need to resist and fight and go against the natural flow of life. Don't go against nature. Don't go against the universe. Don't go against what your mind and body and spirit is telling you to do. Follow that, and you will be so much happier, and you're going to be much more in alignment to actually create the life that you truly want and enjoy the life that you are living right now on this planet. Because this is one thing that I always got to remind myself, is we're here to enjoy life. That's why you're here. You're here to feel peace, to enjoy the process and love your life. You're not here to just create and create and create. It's about enjoying the process. And sometimes that can mean whatever it means to you. What enjoying the process to me is not what enjoying the process is to you. You're an individual soul that has its own unique needs and your own life. And so if you've been neglecting this part of yourself, maybe your mind and your body and your spirit has been asking you to like slow down a little bit, like slow down a little bit. No need to be taking so much action and then fighting life. Go with the process of life and watch how you feel much more aligned with the present moment. You like your experience of life much more, and you're going to be able to manifest what you want in a much faster way and get the most out of life as well. So this is how you manifest faster, and you actually enjoy the process much more as well. So that's all I have for this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video to apply for a free consultation. And as always, have yourself a great day, and I'll see you in the next video.